fire trucks out of here. Double shooting. As casualty. Let's see what happens tonight. I'm gonna try this one. Trapped in the crime scene. Leaving the scene right now. Right now, headed to the Bronx for what I heard was a homicide. NYPD saying it happened, what is it? Around 7 p.m. I just don't know if the body's still going to be there or not. So we're headed to the Bronx, fatal stabbing. Suddenly, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, this collision investigation comes up for pedestrian struck, right? Looking for a gold sedan that fled the scene. So I can't expect the scene to be very visual at all, right? Considering it is a hit and run, that's what it sounds like. And usually those kind of jobs are a story, although there's a possibility that it might be canceled if that pedestrian isn't critical at the hospital. They got to go check up on that pedestrian, on that victim. I'll tell you what, we're not gonna, even if there's a full investigation, we're not gonna stay for that, as we're at backlog at this point with that Bronx homicide. So I mean, that happened much earlier, but I'd hate to miss it as well, you know. Let's do it. We're gonna be there in like 15 minutes. All right, folks, so we're about a block away from this hit and run. Looking for a gold sedan in regards. Pedestrian, probably critically struck. And we're pretty much here. You can see police blocking off the roadways here. This is 3rd Avenue. I do know there was like a 5th Avenue festival thing going on. There's a huge crowd of people, families and such, blocking off the whole block here. Terrible block to be parking. But we're gonna be quick as well, so. Looks like it happened right here in this crosswalk there. Wonder what object there is on the ground there. Not sure if that's a shoe. Looks like a sock, actually. No real evidence. So police right now are reviewing surveillance video. We're trying to get a shot of that from outside the restaurant here. Usually we don't get this opportunity, but that screen is big enough that we are able to do so. What it appears is a van who hit a cyclist. Unfortunately, the bicycle is not on the crosswalk anymore. We don't have much visuals to work with. But yeah, they're obtaining surveillance video. Anybody witness the crash? Anyone witness the cyclist getting hit? No? So, just still trying to find somebody to talk to at this point. We're gonna be getting out of here soon. Now I'm gonna wait for if the collision investigation is gonna go through. No highway units on scene yet as well. So. And again, from what we saw on that surveillance video, it looked like a cyclist that was struck by a van. and then fled the scene, it looks like. So we'll have to fast forward some of this video we got on here as well. So yeah, I really like that shot of just zooming into that big screen TV and getting that shot of the surveillance video. I do believe we got that shot, you know? I mean, if you're shooting at 4K, zooming in, you're gonna get that shot. So I'm glad I got that. And although we're not waiting for the highway to show up or whatever, and they may not show up depending on if they confirm this investigation, not really worried about it. There's just so much more jobs out there to get rather than being stuck in South Brooklyn all night. So let's go eat and drink something, and then we'll go to the Bronx job. That's the fucking job right there. So we just heard about 2 people shot in Staten Island. Cops are yelling over the... Cops are yelling on the radio for that ambulance. We're pretty close to Staten Island. You see, sometimes things happen for a reason. Alright.
We have 1 male shot to the stomach. Where's the other body?
1 guy shot to the stomach. You're hearing the victim screaming in the radio.
Where is the bus, Central? Where is the bus?
Ambulance is still not on the scene. On here, we've got some cops that are rolling, possibly rolling to something else, if not. Alright, there's already a scene here. There's already crime scene tape here. Just ran, topless individual, sprinted all the way down there. Have no idea what he might have to do with this at all, but he ran pretty fast. We're seeing huge balloons as if there was some kind of a birthday party or something over there. Some folks out here, neighbors, talking to each other, wondering what just happened.
Right here it came from. This little fucking corner. Shot right here. Boom. Right? Where the fucking bullet is, and the kid's like, fucking piece of shit.
We got one woman there. She seems to be speaking to detectives. Really upset about what happened. Mentioned something about a kid being shot in the leg right on this grass here. So don't see much evidence. How you doing, sir? Did you hear or see anything?
No, I came here to pick up my daughter. I see what's going on Citizen.
Is it like a birthday party or something?
Yeah, it's a birthday party over there.
How old?
Huh?
How old was the birthday? Teenage? So, sounds like a teenage birthday party. Just spoke to a dad here, just came to pick up his daughter. No idea what happened. We need an interview. Some folks are leaving the party here. I guess they already spoke to police. See that? 16 balloons, Sweet 16 party probably. Probably what it was. Oh yeah? You know how old the victims were?
I told you, I'm just coming home from work. When I came home from work, this scene was like this.
I am leaving, girl.
Yes. I don't care. What do I say?
What you saw.
I just know. What am I doing? I don't know what happened, but I don't know what but happened, but whatever you did, that was real fucking foul, bro. Like, I don't even want to go hard with this, but this shit is whack. This shit is whack.
Man, you
whack.
said it was your daughter's birthday party.
To my daughter's birthday party, and they fucking wild out for no fucking reason.
Tell us the age of the victim.
Officer, huh? I don't know. Kids, all right.
The kids were shot.
Yes.
You want to give your name?
No.
So, she told me ages of the victims and everything off camera, but then on camera she didn't say that. But she pretended like she was speaking to the shooter. Oh well. But the car's not shot, though, right?
I didn't see any bullet holes in it. You know, but that might be one of those things that you see later on when you blow it up on the computer.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, there's the bullet hole.
Saw some casings by where they're standing there, and they were also looking at. See that white thing on the ground there on the road? So, you heard the story yet?
No.
Sweet 16 birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
You see the balloons?
Yeah, that's what those silver balloons.
Yeah, the mom said the victims were 15 and 16 years old.
Yeah, I heard one victim was 16.
We got the other side of the scene. Yes, you big truck here. So this angle does make us closer to the party side of the scene. So, which is that backyard where we saw the Sweet 16 balloons and such. So we can obviously see the Sweet 16 as well as that birthday cake. You know, I smell that birthday cake. That's how close we are. See something over there. Looks like a towel or whatever, possibly used to control the bleeding. So right now, evidence collection team, they're putting down the numbers indicating where there's how many shell casings, where those shell casings are at, as well as photographing those shell casings. Saw a young girl come out. She was crying, and went with police possibly for questioning. Maybe she may have known somebody involved. All right, folks. So just got done with this double shooting here in Staten Island, and from what I know so far. It was a Sweet 16 birthday party, according to the mother of the birthday girl. She stated it was a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old that was shot here. Don't know their condition. Based on the units who showed up, which was the evidence collection team, instead of the crime scene unit, it's now looking like a homicide, right? They took their photos, they set the cones down, photographed the shell casings. They also put in an evidence bag a white sheet, right? So did manage to interview the mom a tiny bit on camera. She was on the phone the whole time, so I didn't end up getting an interview, but you know, right now we're headed to another job. We heard of an officer that was shot in the leg. NYPD cop shot in the leg, and they've got a level 1 mobilization going. They're looking for the perp. So ETA now about 30 or so minutes. Should be there by then.
For Charlie's request to use the location by administration. I'm 3 spots.
So 1 minute away from the scene. Actually, we're pretty much already here. It's just around the corner.
There an apartment for 1521.
I don't know where Chris is. Oh, we just passed it.
That's the news, boys.
Yes.
What happened over here?
Cop shot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
By itself? Set a bomb or somebody shot him?
I think somebody, yeah. So far, our situation is we just heard a cop was shot in the foot. Not sure if there was any gunfire exchange. We didn't hear of cops shooting at anybody. You can see the ESU big truck, emergency services unit on scene. They got the block taped off over here, crime scene tape up, and I guess we're waiting for the press conference as well. Not sure what time that will be.
The only one that's like that moving is there. Staring at me.
Chris, is there another angle? Like on the other side?
Yeah, I went to the other side, but the problem is
I used to live in that building.
there's a slight slope. So you're looking up the hill.
So this is the best angle?
This is the best angle because you can't really see.
Where did DCPI go?
He came up and then just disappeared.
We can give it time, yeah?
He didn't even talk to me. I thought he was coming over. And yeah, there's only people on the other side. Well, there were before, and you couldn't see any. Like at least you have clear line of sight here, but.
Where did it happen, you know? Roadway, sidewalk?
I think they were like somewhere in that vicinity, in the street or on the sidewalk. Because they were looking for flashlights.
See some civilians down there too.
That's the thing. On the left side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all hanging out in front of the building. Of course, they pushed me back.
All right, so we just got to this scene. We just got done with it, probably because the captain just told us the press conference was going to be at Jacoby Hospital. That's where we're rolling to right now. About 10 minutes or so. So we definitely don't want to miss that. And after that, we'll probably come back to this scene to get some additional shots. So again, we don't have much info, but we're going to find out once they tell us at the press conference. So. I wouldn't be surprised if Pat Lynch was there. Always cool hearing him. So that's all we know right now. Should be there in about 10 minutes. You can see a lot of police here. Even the crime scene units here. A bunch of ambulances, a lot of police vehicles, a lot of the white shirts, supervisors. So this is where they transported that injured officer who was shot in the leg. And again, from what NYPD DCPI, the press office has told me, there's not going to be a press conference at this hospital. So we're probably going to head back to that other crime scene where that cop was shot. Did capture the shot of a lot of cops hanging out at the hospital. That's what they usually do. A lot of them respond to the hospital when a cop is shot. And we're going back to the scene of where the cop was shot, getting different angles. Might head to the collision investigation in Manhattan, but I feel that that's kind of old by the time we're done with this. So we may not make that scene. Then again, I feel like that's not going to be the story of the night. This cop shot in the Sweet 16 party is going to be the story of the night. And the night is not even over yet. It's still 2 o'clock in the morning.
So clear out West Central Avenue right now. When they get a bus for MOS. 10-5 location for the bus for MOS.
This might be another job. Cops hurt. They're doing the hospital route.
Also in the 4-2, I got a 34, 1185 Fulton, 167 168.
Hey, they're doing the clearing the route. EMS for an MOS. Alright folks, so we just heard about a cop that was struck by a vehicle, and we gotta rush over there because they're requesting a hospital route, I think. Not a hospital route per se, but they are clearing the route. They're saying, hey, don't block the path of where the ambulance needs to respond. So luckily we are 5 minutes from that job.
2 Charlie 10 by the name of that part. Like Mark, I just want to check that out. What happened in there?
Let's stay right here.
So these are the guys.
So that officer is on the ground, on his back. He was struck by a vehicle. I also saw a scooter there. That scooter might have struck him as well, I'm not sure. fire truck responded for this. FDNY responded. ESU big truck, ESU Atom unit. Another ambulance that just left the scene. Possibly caused by that scooter. We're not sure though. We do have to speak to witnesses. That injured cop we saw on his back after being struck by some kind of vehicle. Not sure if it was that scooter in that FDNY ambulance right now. You see the perp in handcuffs right now. So they do have one under arrest. He's in handcuffs and he's being searched as well. We're checking out his scooter. So my assumption is that he was a scooter rider who hit that police officer. So yeah, they just put that perp in custody. He's in that van right there. That is his scooter. A lot of units responded and a lot of them left as well. They're now transporting that perp to the precinct.
Whatever it was, this cop car went counter. So,
This van?
yeah, think about it, right? It's not like the van's on the right side of the street. It's probably like, hey, something's going on, you know, and then he hit the cop, or the cop got hit by the scooter. We never know. We never know.
It's
We
gotta
never
have
know.
been hit by the scooter. That would be my guess.
The
The
scooter.
guy looked like a scooter rider too. You know,
Oh, they have a look.
like, you know, civilian, not wearing a uniform, had a Corona mask. Wait a minute, having a Corona mask, possible delivery guy, right?
Or just Friday night joyride. There's no
Right.
plates on that thing either, right? On this bike.
I wanted to say most scooters probably don't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Even a friend of mine that I know doesn't have plates on his. I don't know if I want to wait for this. I feel like they're staying and playing.
I gotta keep editing.
And yeah, I'll probably leave too.
All right, I'll see you.
Probably just, hey, where's the nearest sign guy? So all we heard so far, cop shot in the leg. Fortunately, there's no press conference at the hospital, but we do have the other angle of this scene. We were on the other side when we were here just now. So this is a little closer, but definitely want to cover all angles. So we are seeing crime scene unit putting down those numbers, which is good. That's what we want. We also are seeing a civilian. He's lying down on the ground on the sidewalk as if demonstrating something to police. So I'm not sure what that's about, but got that shot. All right, so just got an email from NYPD DCPI saying they actually are going to be having a press conference. So we've got to be there pretty quickly because they're going to start in about 45 minutes. We're going to be there in about 20 minutes. It should all work out. Pretty confident it's all going to work out. So, but hey, unfortunately things change, plans change, and now we're headed back to the Bronx. Right now we're in Midtown Manhattan. So, yeah, it should all work out, I think.
Good evening, everyone. I'll announce some of the people here. Obviously, to my left, Chief of Department Rodney Harrison, Kenny Lear, Miguel Iglesias, Chief Mullen, Dr. Reddy from Jacoby Hospital, and we are forever in debt to Jacoby Hospital for their service. 1 lieutenant and 3 police officers in uniform in an unmarked auto were assigned to the 42nd Precinct specifically to combat gun violence. At approximately 11:55 hours, when they drive down that block, they encounter a male who they get out to investigate because they believe the male is in possession of a weapon. Immediately upon exiting the car, the male takes off running. After approximately 50 feet, and that's my quick view on body camera, they apprehend the male and a violent struggle ensues. I have to commend the 4 officers for the incredible restraint shown on video as they are wrestling with the perpetrator, clearly armed with a firearm, repeatedly telling him to let go of the firearm.
Stop reaching for it, dude.
During this struggle, we believe the individual fires one round, which strikes our lieutenant one time in the ankle. It is a through-and-through wound, which then strikes a nearby parked car. The individual was safely taken into custody with no injuries. Thankfully, the lieutenant was treated and released and is expected to make a full recovery. The firearm recovered is a 9mm Smith & Wesson, which when recovered contained 12 live rounds and 1 shell casing, which was stovepiped in it, causing the gun not to be able to fire any more rounds.
Hey, Channel 7, good morning, Adam from Loud Lads. Hey, Channel 4, good morning. So just sent the police involved shooting with the presser. Also sent a cop struck in the Bronx, as well as the 2 people shot in Staten Island, the 2 teens at the Sweet 16. So just got done with that press conference where Commissioner Shea mentioned that police struggle with this suspect who had a gun. They told him to drop the gun. Ended up shooting a lieutenant, and it's pretty much what happened. He did survive. Been a pretty busy night. We went to quite a few jobs. Started off with a hit and run in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Went to Staten Island for 2 teenagers that were shot at a Sweet 16 party. We then ran over to the Bronx over here, where that cop was shot. Went to that press conference. But before that, we went to the cop that was struck by possibly a scooter. And we also got that perp arrested as well. So pretty busy night. I think we're pretty much done. And yeah, typical Friday night sometimes.
Just before midnight in the Bronx, a police lieutenant was shot by a suspect as cops tried to wrestle a gun away from him. Police Commissioner Dermot Shea says the cop showed great restraint dealing with the gunman and released this body cam footage.
He's reaching for it, man.
The lieutenant was shot in the ankle and was treated and released from the hospital. The gunman was taken into custody and is facing a slew of charges.
He is a well-known to us gang member who has previously been arrested for a gun 8 months ago in that very precinct, and several years before that has a firearms conviction.
In Mariners Cove on Staten Island, 2 16-year-old boys were shot at a Sweet 16 party Friday night. Gunfire erupted during a large fight at the party on Harbor Road near Forest Avenue around 11 p.m., according to the NYPD. One of the teens was shot in the chest, the other shot in the leg. Both were taken to the hospital and were expected to survive.
This is whack. This is whack. Whack.
This from Staten Island, where a Sweet 16 celebration was anything but, as police say 2 16-year-old boys were shot at a party last night around 11 o'clock. This was all following an argument. One boy was shot in the chest, the other in the leg, and both were taken to an area hospital and are in stable condition. Now, police at this hour are still looking for that shooter. It's unclear what started the argument or if the suspect was even a guest at the party.
2 teenage boys are in the hospital tonight. CBS 2's Dave Carlin reports from Mariners Harbor, where parents are worrying what's next.
Shot right here. Boom.
That's a mother who hosted a daughter's packed Sweet 16 party, beginning with Friday night fun, but ending in violent chaos.
The kids were shot.
Yes.
She asked we not use her or her daughter's names. Police told us an argument led to at least 1 gun being drawn, bullets flying, and a pair of 16-year-old boys struck.
She's traumatized. Her best friends, those were her good friends.
Police don't have a motive and aren't saying whether the victims were targeted. One of the boys shot in the chest and the other in the leg in front of 339 Harbor Avenue shortly after 11 p.m. The shooter has not been caught.